Today I'm going to share with you the story of how I started beekeeping. Hello, I'm Griff Rees, welcome to Gwening Griffith. Here we talk everything beekeeping, farming, countryside living, and we do reviews as well. Now today we're in the middle of COVID-19 outbreak, and normally I do a lot of public speaking. I talk to a lot of WI groups, YFC groups, farming groups, etc. And pretty much anybody who wants to book me in to learn how I started beekeeping, what does it mean to be a bee farmer, how do you produce honey, etc. And all that's been cancelled due to the pandemic, so I haven't been out doing talks at all. And I thought that you might be interested to find out how I started keeping bees, and you might be at a stage in your life where you're thinking about keeping bees but you're not quite sure. Well, it's quite a big story, but I'll make it short of how I became a beekeeper and founded Gwening Griffith. And it's a kind of story that is quite special to me, and I believe that this was meant to happen. It wasn't just something I decided to do, that my life was set in stone and it's gone down into this road, and that I was meant to be a beekeeper. So it all started when I was a kid. My grandfather had a bit of a farm that he rented out, and I got the farming bug there, looking at cattle, looking at sheep, looking at the tractors going, doing the work. And that stuck with me since I was a very, very young age, that I knew I wanted to be a farmer. Fast forward, my life, I didn't have enough land at home. My parents didn't own enough land for me to start farming, so I couldn't keep cows, couldn't keep sheep. So the next best thing for me to do then was work hand in hand with the farmers and to become a countryside ranger, where I would work the land alongside them. Went to university, graduated from Aberystwyth and Coleg Llair in countryside management, and then I went to work for the National Trust, and I became a woodland gardener. Little did I know at the time, learning about plants and flowers and how the ecosystem and all that worked when it came to flowers, pollen and nectar, that would be of any use to me in the future. Well, it turned out it did. But anyway, as I finished uni, I became a woodland gardener. But anyway, I became a woodland gardener, and later on I became a countryside ranger. But the bug was still in me. I still wanted to farm. So I did a bit of research of what I could keep, and turns out I could keep chickens, and I'd kept a lot of chickens back in my younger days, back on my parents' land. They had 2 fields, about 2 acres in total, so I had enough land there for chickens, and I think I kept about 20 or 30 chickens at one time, and selling eggs back and forth to locals and neighbours, etc. I thought, well, no, I'm not going to go into chickens. There's still not enough land here really for me to start a business with it. And it came to me, well, bees. You can keep bees on a small area of land, and the bees go on other people's land, and no one cares about that. They're quite happy for the bees to come on. So I thought, right, I want to start keeping bees. And I told my parents I want to start beekeeping. And the first thing I did was I went on eBay and I purchased a brand new complete beehive. And my parents went clean off, Griff, you don't know anything about bees, you don't know anything about beekeeping. And rightly so, they were quite worried I was going to bring back a colony of bees to the house, everybody's going to get stung, etc. No one knew what that entailed. And anyway, got the beehive, chuffed to bits. The next thing I did then, I went on Amazon and I bought my first beekeeping book, How to Start Beekeeping. And to this, well, maybe not to this day now, but at that point, to that day, that was the first book that I read from front to back. And that told me something, that the interest was there. I started going on YouTube, Google, going through forums, just reading everything about beekeeping that I possibly could. I became obsessed with it. And I was telling people all the time, I'm going to be a beekeeper, I'm going to start beekeeping. And I didn't have a clue how I was going to do it, but I was telling everybody that I was going to be a beekeeper. Until one day, I came across my farming friend Darren, and I told him, oh, I'm going to start beekeeping. And he looks at me and he goes, well, funny you should say that, Griff, because an old guy died about 20 years ago and I'm pretty sure there's 2 hives left in the wood there after him. They never came and cleared it up. Well, I couldn't believe it. I went down to the woods with him that evening and he was saying the truth. There was 2 hives there with bees in the middle of the woods, happily flying in and out of there. And he goes, Griff, every time we go in that wood, we get stung. Do us a favour, just take them away. Well, I couldn't believe my luck. So I didn't have a pickup at the time, so I borrowed my dad's pickup. And as it happened, my friend Alex was down on that weekend as well. So he came with me. We kitted up brand new bee suits and I read all the books. I knew we got to go in the dark, you got to stuff a bit of foam in the entrance, strap it down and move it. And that's what we did. But we were so excited that we didn't realise that the hive was totally rotted. So we strapped it down and as we started carrying the hive back, the bees were coming out and we were getting stung. And I remember me and Alice going flat out because the hive was full of honey, it was really heavy, 2 of us on one box, carrying it back into the truck and then we put it in the pickup, went back to get the other one and brought it back, shut the back and we thought, oh, what have we done? Drove back to my parents' house. Now we were too scared then to take the hives out and put them on the new stand that I built. But then it was a bit of a dilemma. My dad wanted the pickup in the morning, so I was either going to get a good hiding off Dad or I was going to get another good hiding off the bees taking them out. So I said, well, we'll take the hiding off the bees and we'll take them out and that's the job done, the pickup is free. That's what we did, took the hives out, put them on the new stands, pulled the foam out, jumped back in the truck and then we drove. And I got stung a fair bit that night and it scared me a little bit at the time. So for the next couple of days then I was sat there and I was just a bit too scared to go through the bees. I didn't know what to do. I was in the deep end now. I bought these 2 hives back that I had to look after. The hive was rotted, needed a fair bit of work done to it and I just didn't know what to do. Now this is where the story becomes interesting. That week, probably 3 or 4 days after those bees landed at my parents' house, this strange man turned up at the door. His name was Dorian Harris. Now, I didn't know it at the time, but he was one of the biggest beekeepers in the area at the time. Now, he lived in the village next door. And he had heard me telling everybody that I was going to start beekeeping. And in fairness to him, he came up with a load of Beecraft magazines and offered to help me start beekeeping. Well, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe my luck. So I told him about the 2 hives that I had up in the field. He came down, we put the old hives, we pulled the frames out, chucked some bees, we put them in brand new hives, easy to manage. And then for the next summer, I helped him on the weekends going through his bees and he taught me the trade of beekeeping and bee farming. Now, when I look back on that story, it was meant to be. Someone died 20 years ago and left 2 hives in the wood for me to come and pick up. They'd been there for 20 years and no one had disturbed them until the farmer told me about those hives and offered it to me. I was given my first 2 colony of bees. And the same week of me getting the bees, a bee farmer turned up right on my doorstep to teach me how to keep bees. Now, for me, that's more than a coincidence. That's just impossible that was a coincidence. There's more to it behind the scenes. I don't care what you believe in, but something else was at work there to set me on that road to start keeping bees. And from that day on, over 10 years ago, I've built those 2 hives up to I'm probably well over 100 hives by now. And we're selling honey right across the UK. We've even sent it abroad and the business is going from strength to strength. And all that was made possible from that one decision that I wanted to keep bees. I told everybody about it. farmer offered me 2 hives that had been there for 20 years, and then the guy, Don Harris, turned up at the door to teach me how to keep bees. You couldn't make this story up, and that's how Gwenyn Griffith was born. Do you believe that some things are meant to be, and maybe something similar has happened to you? Let me know in the comments if so. Well, that's it for this video, and that's my story of how I started keeping bees and how I got my first colonies. Hopefully you enjoyed the story, and if you like this video and you want to watch more of the same kind of content, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I try my best to put a new video out every week. Thanks for watching.